there's inaccuracies in children's books all over the place and in young adult books, and people say, well, it's just fiction. You can do whatever you want in fiction, and yeah, you can, but fiction also feeds a cycle of ignorance, and there are psychological studies that show the harm of this kind of thing. Stephanie Freiberg's article of warriors and Indian princesses. Stephanie and her colleagues ran studies. They're trying to determine the impact of images of Native people on the self-esteem and self-esteem and self-efficacy of Native kids and non-Native kids. It's a really scary study. What they did was they tested how self-esteem before they did the study. Native kids did fine, non-Native kids fine, and then they went through this series of looking at images that had a sunset and a river and a puppy dog and a kitty cat and a couch and just images that have no real meaning other than they're just there. The important images that were in there was Pocahontas from the Disney movie, and I think it was a Chief Wahoo or Chief Lanawick mascots. And then so after they put these kids through these series of images, they did a retest of their self-esteem. The Native kids' self-esteem was depressed. So these images that were just part of a series had a negative effect on how they felt about themselves and whether or not they felt they could touch the future in a good way. That's self-efficacy. The frightening thing is that happened to them. Equally frightening was that the non-Native self-esteem and self-efficacy went up. So those images were motivating how non-Native kids felt about themselves. That scares the crap out of me because it tells me that it helps me to understand why mascots are so popular, why books that have these romantic images of Native people are so popular. They're doing something to the psyches of the people who are reading them. And that scares me because it tells me why it's so important that we get rid of all of that and replace it with accurate information and stories about Native people.